Hey doll fam, it's Amy. I am so excited. I got all 3 collections of the You Create Barbie Basics dolls and I was floored. I had so much fun with these dolls. I think it's a great concept, a great idea. I had so much fun. Here's a quick look at everybody after I've already gotten them out and decided on their final looks and everything. And then we'll jump right into the first box of the collection number 1. We'll go through the dolls. We'll try different outfits on the dolls, different wigs, and so forth. My apologies. By the time we get to the 3rd collection, it's an evening after work. I think I forget to keep trying everything on everyone. I just pick my favorite outfit for each doll and go for it. I think I'm better about trying the wigs on every doll. And then it'd be great to have another follow-up video. Let me know if you would like to see that, where I go through and mix and match all the wigs and all the clothes between collections. But they are gorgeous. And one of the things that really surprised me, because there were a couple faces in each collection that I knew that I was absolutely going to love, but it was like the sleeper faces, or the faces that I didn't realize how beautiful they were until I got my hands on them. Well, enough of this. Let's cut over to my desk and start unboxing the first one. This is kit number 1, and they all come in these sleek, elegant black boxes. I'm so happy with my purchase. And there's a look on the back of the box. It will show you a few different hair and outfit options mixed and matched between the dolls. Give you some suggestions or ideas. If you're not sure what you think you would like, you can always refer to the photos where they've styled some of the dolls for you with some outfit ideas. So I knew I would like the dolls, or I wouldn't have spent the money. I thought the faces looked pretty. I liked the idea. And even if they only looked good bald or until I rooted hair in, I was okay with that. I'd already accepted that the day I bought them during the live. I thought, you know, I've had dolls with wigs before, so I know that, you know, sometimes good, sometimes not. So anyways, here is the set number 1. I love this. What I wanted, I couldn't decide between the set 1 and the set 3 that were my favorite. I ordered those first during the live, and then I was checking on the status of my order and noticed that they were no longer pre-order status. And to kind of test that, I went ahead and ordered the set number 2. They all shipped on the same day. Just my pre-order shipped a few hours before the most recent order. Anyways, I don't regret getting that second kit at all. I was going to try to wait to see if they went on sale or something. Sometimes Mattel will have 20% off items that have been lingering in inventory. So I thought originally I would try to do that just to avoid spending so much money and getting 9 dolls all at once. But here we are, 9 dolls all at once. And I just can't tell you how much fun I have. I think the experience is part of what you're getting here. If you like customizing dolls, I think you might just love this. So here's part of what surprised me about how fun it was. Like, just the first part is that you get to decide which head goes on which body. And I didn't realize, like, that's already fun. Like going, you know, holding the different heads up to the different bodies and maybe deciding, no, I think maybe she would look better on the curvy or whatever. Like, just playing around with which head for which body, the fun has already begun, right? For me. And then it comes to the mix and match outfits. That was a little bit different when you're just using the single collection, because the shoes really favor particular dolls. And then maybe certain outfits favor particular shoes, and there we go. So I ended up mixing and matching and changing all kinds with this first set here. This is probably my longest video take. Spent 20 minutes on this. I'm sitting and playing with these dolls, looking at the different faces, trying all the different outfit options on the different dolls, all the different wigs and everything, and then maybe a little bit less intense look at each one of the collections, although I do give it a good 12, 15 minutes, something like that. Okay, so the first thing is, let's take a really good look at each one of the faces. I'll find the doll with a similar skin tone. All right, let's get a look at those gorgeous faces. I just couldn't. They were even prettier than what I thought. And one of these dolls, this one here, she just looked beautiful in every single wig. like she was just eating up every wig, just killing it with her fierce looks. She looked great. And then there's a seam on the bottom under the head. They did that, I think, to keep the bald head looking nice bald, so that the seam wouldn't be on the top of the head where it normally is, hidden under hair, normally. It was a choice. I don't know how I feel about it. It's way more obvious on the collection number 3, where it gets a shiny effect to the seam on the bottom of the face. The heads are a little bit harder to get on than what I would have thought. Let me get this in front of me so I can really get some force. It takes a little bit of force to get those heads on there. Quite right? Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. I just can't get over. She's got tiny little freckles on her face. I'm not sure. I knew one of them had freckles. I'm not sure I knew this one had freckles. And she's just so pretty is the thing. I'm just mesmerized by how pretty she is. Her joints are a little bit stiff at the start, but that's normal. Let's get her in a cute little pose, and then we'll check out another one of our faces. This is the one I knew that I would love. I just love those perhaps Asian-inspired sculpts. So pretty. Again, she's got the same. Some of them have more or less of a ridge than others from the seaming. I like the makeup that they did on these dolls. On the regular dolls, a lot of times I don't like the lip color that they choose, but I really liked every single face paint on these. Here's another one. I did not realize how beautiful this one was going to be. She kind of steals the show a little. I thought she was just more of an ordinary or less of a standout face at the start, but all of these have standout faces. These are gorgeous, gorgeous dolls. I'd love to know what you think if you plan on getting them. I know everybody has a different opinion, and if these aren't for you, then maybe they're not for you. I was surprised. They were even more for me than I thought. Right? I love them even more than I thought I would. So yeah, she looks pretty. Pose her like a little ballerina there. And then here, this face on the petite body. She just has kind of a smaller face and features, which I think are suitable for the petite body. I think I've made pretty common decisions with which head for which body here. And then let's get out the clothes and wigs. I want to find the wigs first and try on all the wigs, and then we'll play with the clothes. There we go. Give her a bit of an interesting pose while I get the wigs out. And then I figure I'll just pick the dolls up one at a time and try all 3 wigs on each doll. I definitely do that for this one. Again, later, I just get definite ideas about what wig I want on which doll. And I think I do a less good job of mixing and matching. I've been watching some human wig videos, and they had recommended shaking it out like that when you first get the wig. So thought I'd give it a try for our little doll wig. Get it nice and fluffy. This was one of my the wigs I liked more before I got it. It's actually one of the less effective wigs, although I haven't tried it on all the dolls. I'd love to see this on one of the darkest skin tone dolls. I think that might be pretty. I wonder if we could pin some back, if that helped. It didn't. The hair just sits up pretty high off of the head with this particular one. I think this is one that does look better with a hat over it or something. Or maybe it would just look better on a doll with a larger head. So then maybe that extra volume would look like it made more sense. This is a controversial wig here. Mixed popularity with the mixed cut here. I forgot what it's called. It's a kind of bang that is really long on the sides. And I actually liked this wig. I know, again, it wasn't popular with quite a few of the collectors' videos that I've watched, but I liked it. I thought the wig looked pretty good. I wonder if I gave it a boil wash, if that would get it to lay down a little bit flatter. You know, if I poured boiling water over the head. But I found a way once I get the dolls dressed and styled. I'm sitting there playing with the hair texture, trying to figure out what it is. I know that Carlisle Nuera was reported to have said that this is Kanekalon hair. You know, he certified that the wigs were Kanekalon. I don't know. It's not that I don't believe him, but I just wonder, did they like trick him and change it up at the factory? Because this feels a lot like the polypropylene hair on my Equestria girls and nothing like the Kanekalon hair on my Barbie dolls and other dolls. If it is Kanekalon, it's a brand new, cheaper, more poor quality. It's coarse, it's dry, it feels like straw. The scale of the hair is too large for the scale of the doll head, unlike Kanekalon, which has really fine, you know, baby hair type strands. I don't know. It's not, again, not that I don't trust him, but I feel like they pulled a switcheroo on him at the factory or during production and then just didn't say anything. That's kind of how I feel. Or, you know, maybe he is right. Maybe they do keep in good touch with him when they make those kind of changes. They let the designers know about all the things that they changed that the designers would hate and you know, confront them, tell them, yep, we're changing it, like it or not, and you know, and deal with it. No, I find it hard to believe that Kanekalon moved away from their beautiful, super fine, extra soft, manageable hair into this quality that acts just like polypropylene, where it's bouncy, it won't lay down right. If you try to pull it into a pony, it sticks out straight. Like this, I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. I'm not a believer. It's not the first time I've refused to believe things that people have told me were fact. I just refuse to believe it. I'm sorry. If it doesn't make sense in my world, I will reject it, even if everyone else accepts it as fact. Sorry. Makes my world a happier place, often. Just live in my own little world. Usually I'm assuming people have better intentions than they did. Or perhaps did. I'd like to believe that they had good intentions and that things were an accident or a mistake and things like that, instead of assuming that they intentionally, you know, did something bad. So, yeah. Wow. She is looking so good in this wig. I'm thinking maybe I'm just going to leave her in this wig. But actually, she looks so good in all the wigs. Just so pretty, that doll. Every one of them. That's the thing, is I knew that I was going to be in love with two of the three faces here, but this one also. And she actually looks maybe a little bit better in that blonde wig now that I'm seeing it on camera, as opposed to when it's in front of me. It's hard to decide, and that was also part of the fun, was switching the wigs back and forth. So the first was deciding which head for which body. A little less difficult to decide, for sure. But then figuring out which wig you want on which body, then trying to play with the wigs to get them to look nice. That was, you know, I enjoyed that, trying to get them. It's a challenge then, right? If they, it makes for a better before and after, is what I'm going to say. You know, like the more raggedy they look at the start, the more impressive it is if I give them an amazing look later, right? When they look stunning later, you'll be like, wow, I thought I hated those wigs, but look what you've done, Amy. They're amazing. Or so I hope. I don't actually expect these things, but my imagination runs wild when I'm playing with the dolls and when I'm doing voiceovers like now. So yeah, let's get this wig on the other doll. This one here, the curvy girl. Again, you have to get just the right amount of hairline, and you can pull these wigs into a center part or a side part. With the style of bangs that this one has, I think, of course, center part looks best. But wow, is it just me, or is she just eating up every wig? And then when I start switching them around, I'm like, actually, the wigs look good on all of them, pretty much. Like every wig looks pretty nice on every doll. It's so much fun. Okay, I think we've had enough wig play with this collection. Got a good look at their faces and everything. Let's get the clothing pieces out and do some play with the clothing. Okay, let's get these out of their bags and everything. I have some definite ideas about what I think I'm going to do, and then everything changes, and I ended up trying out almost everything on every doll. I just mix and match all the pieces. And even still, when I'm all done, I felt like this collection, one of the dolls ended up with like plain top, plain skirt. I think it's the curvy doll, because that was just what seemed to fit her best. And so later, when I got access to cuter tops, I swapped out her top with another curvy doll, so that curvy doll had fancy skirt, simple top, simple skirt, fancy top, that kind of thing. So that was fun. The one top that has the long straps, I saw, I can't remember which channel, but I saw he had tied that in a fun way. That was really cool. I hadn't even thought about crisscrossing it up the front. And because I bought a duplicate of one of the single release dolls, I have an extra dress of hers. Because I don't know if you've seen that video where I restyled the scientist doll and gave her one of the doll bodies as a body donor. And then I put her into a scientist-inspired outfit, so she wasn't still wearing the dress that came with the body, but I did leave her in the boots. Okay, so these pants are pretty long, and they do fit on the petite, but I think they look a bit silly. They're so wrinkled and so baggy. I don't think they're flattering or a very good look, so I would not leave them on this girl. They do fit the curvy body. Let's get them on the curvy body here. And they fit her really well. They look really good. And I would have probably left the curvy girl in these pants, except the shoes that fit her the best did not look good with these pants. So that, again, the shoes made a lot of decisions for me, I felt, when I was trying to decide on my outfits. So much fun, though. Like I said, again, trying the different, having 3 dolls come in one pack, you know, again, mixing and matching the heads and the bodies, the wigs and the heads, and then having all the different clothes. The only thing that, you know, nothing's ever going to be perfect. Everybody's different. So there will always be something that they wish was, you know, different. So for me, what I would have really liked would have been if it came with a 4th pair of shoes. There's no shoes that fit the petite dolls good. It would have been nice if it came with a full extra outfit, and if it came with enough earrings that all the dolls had earrings. Maybe only one will get sunglasses and one a necklace, but it would have been nice if we got earrings for all the dolls. And those tiny little pieces of plastic would cost them nothing. You know what I mean? Like, the things I'm asking for shouldn't affect the price point at all. You know, a few more tiny little plastic earrings and an extra pair of shoes, so that we would have more shoes for the petite dolls. And what that would do is it would really increase the mix and match options. Instead of you needing to find, you have enough for one outfit for each doll with no pieces left over. What would be fun would be if you had all the extra pieces. You could just come up with so many more different outfits, not to mention some of the outfits definitely favor certain body types. I think this little short mini skirt is going to look best on our curvy girl. She's got the body to pull it off. Get that on here. It's just an elastic waist. And I like that they hemmed everything together. Mine was finished nicely. I know I've seen in other people's videos, the waistband maybe wasn't finished nicely on everybody's, but I felt like mine were good. Maybe I also don't have good attention to detail as well. I'd like this to sit a little bit lower on her hips, and I would maybe even use some double-sided tape to keep it that way, like the ones that some of the dolls came with in the box. Let's try it on our petite girl and see. It looks pretty good on her, and it'll stay a low-rise skirt on her. So at this point, I'm thinking, all right, why don't I put on a little bit of music while I, try on the different outfits? Maybe you've heard enough of my chatter for a minute. I'll continue trying the different outfits on the dolls, but I just wanted to interject here. And I'd love to know in the comments, like, which outfit was your favorite. You could always give me a timestamp if at some point that doll ends up in a favorite outfit that she doesn't ultimately end up in. And I think it would be really fun, like I said, when I get all 14 or 9 dolls, depending, are we just going to play with the 9 you create that don't have the wigs? Are we going to mix and match the clothes from all 14? Yes, all 14 dolls. Because, just think about all the different options. Some of them are in one pieces, so there's that. But, we could find the best outfit for the best shoes for every doll to make sure that every doll is looking her best. Right, so I was pretty happy with everybody's outfit until it came time for the shoes. And then see how the curvy girl, her outfit just looks, the boots are rocking it. They're really selling it. It's okay. She's got a simple outfit since she's got the fancy boots. I'm going to try some double-sided tape to see if I can get these shoes to stay on the petite doll. When I did refer to the box images, I noticed that they used the strappy sandals, and then they just counted on the straps to keep them on the feet, since they were too big. And this is not really successful. It keeps falling off of her feet. And then the stand that I had for her had a slight defect, and I couldn't get it down low enough for her feet to actually touch the ground. So then I can't have the pressure of her standing on the shoes to keep them on her feet either. I need to figure something else out for her shoes. This is where I was thinking, boy, it would have been great if they included a pair of shoes for the petite doll. And again, if we had 4 pairs of shoes in here, that full 4th outfit would have just, I think, fully fulfilled the price point. I don't think, and the extra accessories, the extra earrings. I hope and expect that they'll be doing fashion packs, that they'll have some nice quality purses instead of those little solid plastic pieces of ugly junk. I'd like for them to do the ones like the mini brands that are so nice. Give us some really nice quality purses. Those shoes are so cute. I think I'll have to go back and give them to my petite doll. This doll there seems like she's getting all the love. She's got maybe the cutest top, those pants that I really liked. Okay, we're moving on to the next collection. This is kit number 2. So this is the last kit that I bought. And I did know that I wanted it. I really wanted that pink wig. I was less excited about the clothes before I got them. After I got the clothes, I love the clothes in this collection. I'm really excited about almost everything about these dolls. If by some miracle the wigs could have looked better, like right out of the box, but I just don't think that's possible. I think wigs, just due to the way they're designed, will just had extra volume to the doll's head. And when the doll's such a small scale as these dolls, it's very noticeable. The bigger the doll gets, the less noticeable the wigs look, and the better the effect that you get from the wig. Why don't I speed up me getting all of these girls out of the box so we can get a good look at their gorgeous faces. Oh, actually, it looks like I'm showing the faces while I get them out of the box in this video. This girl has freckles, and they even extend a little bit up onto her forehead. She has kind of a big nose for a Barbie doll, which I love. I love that they all have somewhat of character faces. I love every face in this box. I do have a lot of fair-skinned dolls, and that's why originally I left it out, because I just thought, well, the first set and the third set were my favorite. I just couldn't decide between the two, so I just ordered those right out the gate. And then this one I knew I would like, but push came to shove, it just didn't rate as highly. I do like how easy everything comes out of the box. A couple snips, pops right out. The heads aren't too hard to get out. I like that they left the little face part open and not covered by plastic, so you can get a good look at the face. I think I should have gotten a thesaurus out before I started to help me come up with a better vocabulary, because I am running out of words to describe how just absolutely beautiful every one of these dolls is. Every one of the dolls are. The more of these dolls that I open, the more excited I get. And I was tired. It was a long day at work, and I must have started this video and unboxing everything at like 9 o'clock at night. Like, I was not high energy. At the start, I was not high energy. And what happened is the more I went on, like the more excited I got. And then I just got caught up in the whole event of it all. You know, the picking the head for the body, the picking the right, playing with the wigs, trying to decide which wig really looks best on which one. And another fun thing about that when it comes to customizing, like even though like all the wigs weren't a total hit with me, it did help me like, wow, I think I really like that color blend that they used in the curly hair, the hair length or that hairstyle or something for the doll. So I think it gives them like a placeholder so they have something to wear on their head while I'm thinking and deciding how I would like to customize them permanently. And then for the ones that do look good, you know, in the wigs or whatever, then maybe leave them in the wigs and let them play with the wigs that look the best. Again, some of the wigs are more successful than others in every single kit. But here yet again, I am only on my second kit, and I am blown away by how much I love every face in the collection in person. You know, just blowing me away. Loving the makeup, loving the face sculpts. Again, the lipstick is often a thing for me. I don't really like that hot pink lipstick that seems to be really popular on the dolls. I painted over it on the scientist doll. And I just, every decision that was made about these, I am loving. I'm loving the huge variety of hair textures, styles, and lengths with the wigs. So for people who don't want to customize or whatever, they have lots of fun options where they can mix and match and play with the hair, even though the hair quality feels terrible and doesn't react well. I don't know. It's coarse and kind of straw-like, but that's okay. Just when I heard it was going to be Kanekalon, I had expected it to be super fine, baby soft, you know, feathery. It lays nicely, the Kanekalon hair. Maybe a little bit of static cling, maybe a little bit of static cling going on with the Connect-On because it's just so fine and so light normally. This is not fine. It's not light. I don't think you'll ever suffer from static cling, static on your doll raising their hair. I have that problem quite a bit. I seem to really raise a lot of static electricity. Like it will snap and you can see the visible light when I shock myself. We have metal light plates, so when I go to turn the light switch on or off, I shock myself that way quite a bit. I go to reach for the metal light plate and then snap. And it makes a loud noise, and it's a bit startling. Okay, so we've got this wig on. This was one of the most successful wigs for me on this doll. And I think due to manufacturing, it might be different for everyone. When I was watching other people's videos, I noticed one of the wigs, it might have been this one, didn't want to fit on the doll's head. It kept popping off. And I thought, wow, I didn't have that experience with that wig on, when I was playing with them. So it might have just been that individual experience. Wow, she looks pretty good in the blonde wig too. And then, she's the one who gets to keep the blonde wig. And she looks so good in it. Ultimately, at the end, I think we might leave her in there. I'll do a little video at the end of this one where I show them all dressed and with their hair kind of styled. And if you use their hands to push their hair down a little, if you pose them so that their hands are managing the wig, that can be helpful. So this one I thought I liked a lot more when I was watching other people's videos than I do now that I have it in my hands. This, for me, was one of the least successful wigs. And I ended up styling mine by pulling it back into a pony, like the most boring of all hair decisions. Pony. Low pony, like just a low pony in the back with a strand hanging out or something. That's how I ultimately styled it. It's my least favorite wig, but I think she's pulling it off the best. I think it looked worse on the other girls. And of course, the one that has the pink eyeshadow, I really wanted to have the wig with the pink bangs. Again, I think that was a popular decision. So pretty. Okay, enough playing around with the wigs, I think. Why don't I get some of the clothing out and we can play with the clothing and shoes? Now that I know that the shoes are going to make some decisions for me, I may do some, I think that was part of the decision to do less mixing and matching. Although I did take one of the tops from this collection and swap it out with one of the tops from the first collection. So fun. That was another part of the fun. I also like that they used 3 different metallics. We have silver, gold, and then the third kit comes with copper-colored accessories. So for me, the boots that are made to fit the curvy girl don't look good when I put them on the skinnier doll legs, particularly those clear boots. I thought they looked ridiculous with that skinny little leg inside of that huge boot. I just wouldn't put them on anything but a curvy, the clear ones. These black ones look nice on the standard size and the curvy doll, but I don't think they would look too good on the petite doll. I didn't try them on, unfortunately. Again, at this point, I was having so much fun playing with the dolls. I did a less good job of showing them to you and showing you all the options that we have. Yeah, I really enjoyed them. And I knew I would like them, but what surprised me was how much I liked them and how much fun I actually had with all the decisions that have to be made because they come naked with little bags full of clothes. It's up to you to decide who's going to wear what and who's going to look best in which outfit. Again, a little bit of that decided by which shoes fit who. Let me start with the shoes maybe and then decide. Okay, let me speed up picking this out, and then we'll cut to the scene where I have them dressed and styled, and I'll also include a little video of the first collection, the same thing, because I remembered when I was filming this one, wait, I didn't do that with the first dolls, so I did. It would be nice if I could find my steamer and get it out and steam the wrinkles out of these clothes. You do not want to use an iron on them. Iron would melt the fabric, so don't do that. Steaming, or I think if you just hand wash them and let them dry, that would probably get the wrinkles out. That's what I'll do, but I wasn't going to take the time to do that during the video. Okay, here we are. I've styled them. The pink lipstick and eyeshadow with the pink wig. Gave her the cute little platforms. Although I'm thinking maybe, should give them, if I switch them out through all the dolls, I would give a doll where the shoes were going to be more visible. Those adorable platform shoes, because I really liked those. Maybe I should give them to the preppy doll. And then here is the collection one, but I didn't share the final looks with them. See, I had her shoe on just long enough for the video. And then here's our collection number 3. This one was actually my favorite. I think it's most people's favorite. And I think these dolls are the most successful bald. They pull off the bald look the best. All those little black stands at the top of my desk are the other dolls. They're in a little ring around my desk. And I've got this down now, getting them out of the box. I wasn't disappointed that the drawers weren't official little drawers with separators between them. That would have just been more cardboard, and I won't be keeping the box. I'll be putting the box in the cardboard recycling, so just less to go into the recycling for me. Okay, this was my favorite face, probably many people's favorite face from this collection. That blue eyeliner and the fierce look on her face. She just looks like a little baddie, right? She's a little baddie, I'm pretty sure. And she got my favorite of the clothing. Like, I definitely favored her. The other thing was this doll here. Oh my goodness. I'd seen her in somebody else's video, and I love that under eye sculpt detail. The wide nose, the full lips. Oh my gosh. She might be my favorite. She is so pretty. And here was the sleeper. Like, I knew that she was going to be a pretty face. I just thought, oh, basic pretty girl or whatever. But no, she kind of steals the show. They're all so pretty. I keep trying to pick a favorite, but then I don't think I could. They're all so pretty. I am getting redundant, I know. Sorry for that. But yeah, the body color looks a little bit different from the legs. And I wasn't sure if the dolls were all actually the same color at a glance. The curvy doll looked like maybe she was slightly different color to me, but maybe that's just my imagination. So originally, I think I'm going to put the fullest lipped girl on the tall, skinny body. I wanted to try to do something different than what everybody else was likely to choose, but no, I think the faces really just lend themselves. That curvier body needs a larger facial proportions, I felt. Looks better with the larger features on this face. And then the face with the smallest features on the smallest body. And I'm petite. I love that she's petite. I just get the feeling that doll is just sassy. She is just full of it. And you're going to hear about it. Good or bad, you're going to hear about it because she's full of sass. Okay, yep. She's the one that I knew. I just wanted the blue wig on her. And I've seen a few different people unbox theirs. I felt like I got a pretty good one. Mine has a fair amount of black that goes all the way around. It does stick out funny, again, in the way that polypropylene does. It just sticks out weird and doesn't lay down right. This wig I did find maybe didn't fit on all of the heads as well. Was a bit kind of wanted to pop off the head a little. The silicone cap inside was maybe just a bit too snug. But I got it on. And it does look nice on her. Try it on this other girl. Yeah, it looks nice on her too. I think if I was going to root the my petite doll here, I would root her with this same hairstyle. That's the thing, is just the colors in the wig. If nothing else, they inspire me into a hairstyle. I put it on with a side part, but that does make it stick out a little bit, makes it stick out more. Again, just like Polly, it doesn't want to lay down or lay flat. It wants to stick out straight from where it's been rooted into the wig cap. I really want this to work. And I've seen her look good in other people's videos with this wig on. So yeah, I know it'll work. And then this wig, everybody's favorite, surely the most successful wig. As everybody's observed, the afro is, it just hides the volume of how it looks good with the extra volume. You just can't see that the scalp of the wig is so far from the base of the head, because you can't see the scalp at all. I'm going to work mine into a bit of a side part as best as I can to give it a bit, make it look a little bit styled instead of just a little bit haphazard puff. I saw this wig look really good on this doll in someone else's video. She looks good there. I think because she had clothes on. She was really selling the look with an outfit. But this is the doll that's going to get this wig. And then this is actually mostly a black wig with just blonde coming out of the part line. But blonde is mostly what you see. The black just kind of looks like shadows or whatever. I love this. And this is another decision I would make. This doll looks really good in the wig. If or when I get around to rooting her with hair, I would do this exact hair. I would do the black hair with the blonde coming out of the part line, just with nice quality nylon hair instead. But she will probably eventually get rooted into this hair with the side part. And again, if you can use their hands to help hold the hair down a little so that it doesn't stick out as much, I found that when you pose them, that you can help them to tame their hair a little. She's looking good. All right, let's get to the clothes. Okay, I'm just going to apologize right now. You guys aren't really going to get to see me try any of the clothes or mix and match any of the outfits, because at this point, I've almost forgotten that I'm sharing with you, and I'm just straight up having fun. I've decided which outfit's going on which doll. I've just made clear-cut decisions right out the gate, no mix and match. And so I'll pull the things out and we'll get a little bit of a look at them. I don't end up using the mesh skirt, for example. It's a different tone than the top. It's a different shade of black, and it just looked weird to me with what I was pairing it with. Now, again, I could have done different mix and match options. Overall, I was really happy with where I ended up with everyone's outfit without the mesh skirt. And that's where I started to get the idea, boy, if they had extra pieces that we could mix it, that full extra outfit, including shoes, and then make sure every doll had earrings. I would say I couldn't be happier. And I thought, actually, I could. I could be a little happier if it had more earrings and extra clothing and shoes. So yeah, that would have been it for me. I do think they're worth the money. I think part of what you're paying for is the experience. And then of course the brand new face sculpt shoes, and nice quality clothing pieces. Let's cut ahead to where I have them upright and styled with their clothing on. Here we are. I gave her this top, those shoes and those pants. This one, I liked the short suit. It did not look good paired with the skirt like I wanted. Let's take a look at everyone here. I gathered them all up over onto my desk and moved the stuff off my desk. Look at that girl and the blonde wig and the shades. Like, oh, both of the blonde girls are killing it over there. Oh yeah, and our little sassy friend in the front. Oh, I am loving them. I don't think I made that clear. You guys probably were thinking that I like hated them and was miserable, but no, like, yeah, I just kidding. I am actually loving them. I was just blown away. I kept telling my family, like, I'm just surprised at how much I really like them. They're just so pretty. Look at that face. Look at that face. And that face. And that face. Look at her. Right? I love them all. I will think I can pick a favorite. I don't think I could. I don't even think I could like rank them in order because they are so stinking cute. Right? Is it just me? I don't think it's just me. Let me know if you've got these dolls, if you're going to get these dolls, what you think. Aside from I didn't get the wrinkles out of their clothes, I think they look beautiful. And I think for the most part, they're pulling off the wigs. I think they're doing it. I think they look pretty. I'm a happy camper. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please have a wonderful day and happy doll hunting.